Okay, hey everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and just demo how to draw using the 1 point perspective formula or drawing technique that we will be using in this class. Um, we may or may not have gone through all of the formal terminology, but it doesn't matter. We can actually start this at any point. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I kind of tackle the 1 point perspective uh, technique. All right. So first thing we're going to do when we're drawing in 1 point perspective, a lot of what we're going to be drawing is geometric forms. And so I want you guys to kind of think of this a little bit similar to math. And just like math, our drawing technique is actually going to be in the style of a formula, okay? So 1 point perspective means that you are going to draw one square. It could also be one rectangle, kind of depending on what you're drawing. Over here you can tell that I have a square, but over here it's a rectangle. These two are interchangeable, okay? Just depending on what you're drawing. One square, four rays, one vertical line, one horizontal line, and then one more vertical, one more horizontal, okay? And so this is how we use that formula. We'll start with this one right here, okay? Make sure that you have a 12-inch ruler and a pencil. If you need an eraser, please make sure that you are grabbing one from me. Or you can also use the erasers on your pencil if you happen to have one. Okay, so for right here, you can tell that in this example, all of the squares and rectangles are already drawn for you. This is to ensure that all of your lines are super straight. So step one is actually already complete. We are supposed to be drawing one square. We already have our one square here. Next, we are going to draw our four rays. The rays will always be connected from the corners of your square or rectangle, and they will always move towards this middle point here. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to align our rulers to the corner all the way to this dot. Boom. There we go there. Okay. Notice that I went ahead and I drew two of the rays. Our formula is telling us to include four of them. Okay, so I only drew two. So because there's only two of them, the other two are going to be connected to those corners. So we're going to go ahead, and I like to move my paper around. It just makes it easier for me to align my ruler and hold the paper down. So if this helps for you, go ahead and do that too. All right, and so now we have the four rays. From here, we're going to go ahead and draw one vertical line. Now the vertical line is going to connect to these rays here. I want you guys to pay attention. The ray over here that is connected to this corner and the ray right here that's connected to this corner, they are going to have a connecting vertical line. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just start color coding a few of the lines so that it's easier to follow, okay? So step one square, we're gonna go ahead and we're just going to say that this is step one. So this is drawing your first square. It's already done for you, so we don't have to worry about straight lines and not straight lines. So this is step one, okay? That is our square. That is step one. Then we went ahead and we drew our four rays. Now I'm actually going to draw the rays with different colors. I'm going to make one side green and then the other side orange. This green kind of is a little bit lighter, so it looks yellow, so I'm going to switch it for one that's slightly darker. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go for the lighter, oh my goodness. I'm gonna go for the lighter side, or the smaller side. And over here, we're gonna go ahead and boom, boom. All right, there's one side. And now we're gonna draw for the other side over here and over here. And the reason the rays are a different color is because I want you guys to take note that these rays over here, we're going to connect these green rays in a second with a vertical line, and we're going to do the same thing with this, with these two orange lines over here, the vertical rays, all right? So check this out. One vertical line. I'm going to start over here. I want to make my cube about this large, and so this vertical line is connected to this ray and this ray because they're both on this left side. All right. From here, we need to include one horizontal line. The horizontal line is actually going to connect with the ray from this side, so one of these green ones with one of these orange ones. Okay. So about right there. Then from there, we're going to create another vertical line. And that vertical line is now going to be right here where these two orange rays are at. And we're going to start the vertical line here where this horizontal line landed. So right there. And then the last horizontal line, that's going to be from here to here. That's how they're going to connect. So there it is. And so that's what our cube is kind of looking like. And so if we were to kind of color this in as a cube, this would be one face of the cube. Right, so this is one face of the cube. And I'm going to make that slightly darker so that you guys can see really well. And so this is one side of the cube, and then this is the front side of the cube. So I'm going to draw that slightly lighter so that it doesn't blend in to this side over here. And I am being a little bit sloppy about it. That's totally fine. I just want you guys to be able to visualize if this was a closed cube, this is what it kind of looks like. We would only be able to see one side, two sides of this cube. All right. The steps are exactly the same, even if the original shape you're working with is not a square and instead is a rectangle. So let's take, for example, this rectangle down here. We have our rectangle already drawn. We need one rectangle. It's already there and added for us. Perfect. We're just going to go in. This is step one. It's already drawn. There it is. Lovely. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and grab our our T rulers, or your regular rulers, whatever you're using. And the next step is 4 rays. I'm going to start creating the rays that are over here on the left side. Okay, so this is the left. We're going to go in just like that. And just like that. And I'm going to color those over here. The left ones were in green, so I'm going to go in with the green. Again, right here. And here's this right here. Okay. And now we're creating the rays on the right side. So this is the right side. And so we're going to go ahead, line up the corner to the point, corner to the point. And then this is on the right side, so it is orange. There we go. All right. And now we're going to go ahead and move on with our one vertical line. The one vertical line, the first one I'm creating, is going to connect to these 2 rays because they're both on the same side. Okay, so right here. And if you are not sure whether you're placing your ruler all the way correctly, super straight, these T rulers are really great because they kind of stick to the edge of your paper, okay? And so they'll allow you to kind of get that line a little bit straighter. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to place it about right here. And this will be my first vertical. I'm going to move on to the horizontal. The horizontal line always connects the ray, at least one ray from the left to one ray on the right. And so again, you can line this up on the edge so that we can make sure that these lines are in fact as straight as they possibly can be. Okay, so there it is, or horizontal. We're gonna go in with the second vertical line. The vertical line is going to connect these two orange rays together, and we're going to start the line here because, I'm so sorry, the vertical line is going to be connected over here to these two, and we're going to start the line here because this is where that horizontal line landed. So the vertical should be about here. Okay. And then from here we have that last horizontal line. And so about right there. Okay. And sometimes it is likely that you might not get the line all the way. I can tell right now that my lines are super crooked. So I'm going to use this edge right here, and it's going to get a little bit off screen. So I'm just gonna rotate my paper. You see, so there it is. So it's actually perfect. And I'm gonna use a different eraser actually. Okay. And so now if we're taking a look at this rectangle, or well,